Hi everybody, it's Brandy and I am back with another video. So if you did not know, I am currently on a faith journey. So I packed what I could carry and I booked a ticket and I moved to an entire different state and checked into a shelter. So this is a continuation of my shelter chronicles. It's been a minute since I've done an update, and that's because they don't like people recording inside of the facility because you don't know who's running from what, you know, what's going on in people's daily lives. So they try to be as discreet as possible, which is definitely understandable. So this video may be quite lengthy because I haven't made a video in maybe like a week or so. And so I kind of just want to tell you guys about my experience, what I've learned thus far, kind of sort of about the area without revealing the area, and pretty much how God has been working on my behalf and moving for me throughout this time and this experience. If you watched my first video, then you know that I initially left because I felt as though I was being compromised in this space where I believed I should be being covered. And so I felt as though I was being put in situations, in very compromising situations that kind of challenged my walk with Christ, challenged my daily life. And it was getting to a space, honestly, where I thought I was going crazy and I just needed to get away. So I told God if this particular situation happened, then I'm going to just up and move. Like I'm going to leave, because at that point for me, that was a sign that, well, more so a confirmation that He wanted me to go. And so when I told Him that the situation presented itself as though it was not going to happen, and it ultimately ended up happening. So I was like, oh gosh, now I really have to go, because I told the Lord I was going to go. So I was like, all right, Lord, I'm just going to move by faith. So I just booked a ticket and I left. So when I left, I didn't have a place to stay, no car, no job, really just moving by faith. And I'm honestly happy that I did, because when I got here, I didn't have to sleep outside. I got here, I checked right into the shelter, and they give you 30 days here, and then they move you into a different program where technically you have up to almost 2 years to stay with them for free. And so they feed you 3 times a day. You get a snack. It's a Christian facility. We'll talk about that in a second. And it's really God sent. It really is, right? So although this is a Christian facility, right, when I first got here, it was a little catty. It was a little rowdy. I'm rolling over telling the Lord, thank you for another day and thank you for shelter. And all I hear in the background at 5 a.m. is, I don't give a F, I'll beat your A word. And I'm just like, hold up, did y'all even tell Jesus good morning? Like, it's been like that. It was like that last week. And so even while I've been here, I've been asking God to have mercy on us. And, I'm sorry on their behalf, because I personally feel like people act the way they act because they don't have a relationship with God. And nobody's perfect, and I don't expect everybody to be a Christian. I don't expect everybody to move the way I move. But all I'm still doing is praying for people and asking God to have mercy on us, because we all need it. There was even one girl in here who was doing tarot card readings, and I literally had to go to the people in charge and be like, are y'all sure this is a Christian facility? Because there's a whole bunch of witchcraft going on around here. And then when she was about to leave, I peeped that she was going to as many people as possible, opening demonic portals and stuff. With tarot cards is witchcraft, for those who did not know. And so she was doing it, and I just peeped that she was really like trying to get as many people bound as possible. And baby, let me tell you something. I was waiting for her to come to me, because I was gonna shut her down. I was gonna shut it down, okay? But that's between her and God. I done said my prayers about that, and I just asked God to protect those who she's, she did a thing with. She couldn't do a thing with me, but they know who to play with and they know who not to play with, and I'm not the one. So after the Lord got that about the way, right, it's been good. it's been chilling. It's been amazing. Like, I found a church. It's not my church home, but I definitely am interested in going back. The service was absolutely amazing on Sunday, and that's something like I really wanted to start back doing, is going to church. Even though I have my own relationship with God and everything, and I do my own thing on the side. I read my Bible, I study. I need to study a little bit more, but I do my thing, right? I also wanted to find a church, a place to go to church at out here, and absolutely love it. Okay, so I told myself when I got here that I was going to live my life as normal as possible, even though I'm in a homeless situation, which is really not a big deal to me, honestly, because I'm eating, I got shelter, every place is in walking distance. I ain't gotta pay no rent. I'm on campus right now at somebody's school because the library is open to the public, like, and I can still get my own work done, make my videos, and do really what I want to do. Um, really what I want to do. And I have a lot more freedom here than I had in my last situation. And so honestly, it's been a huge, huge blessing just being able to be here. So because I moved by faith, right, God has truly supplied all of my needs. Like, I have no need or want for anything. Like, of course I want my own place. But do I really want to pay some rent right now? No. Like, do I want a car? Absolutely, or whatever. But at the same time, everything that I need is within walking distance from me. And if I really didn't have the money to do it, I don't even have to leave the facility because they give me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I ain't talking about no, bologna sandwiches. I'm talking about cabbage, jambalaya rice, chicken, like fried fish, shrimp and grits. Like, no, they do a thing out here. Like, so everything I need is literally right. I got it. Like, I got it. Like, and I got it all for free. That is just the craziest thing to me, right? So when I made this leap of faith, right, and decided to get on this journey, I knew that God was going to protect me, and I knew that He was going to provide for me. And literally everything that I need is in my hands. And when I need more, He's going to put me in a position to have more, right? So what I'm trying not to do is go beyond what He wants me to have and put myself in a position, right, where He doesn't want me to be at. So of course I want to get out here and make moves, find a job, just get reestablished and get settled here. But I don't want to move faster than God because He already have me in a position where I am well taken care of. So I'm just getting on here to encourage anybody who is on a faith journey, who is skeptical about moving. Just go. Like, just go. It doesn't even matter anymore. Like, let me explain that to y'all. Never would I have ever made such a move without a plan. I've moved a few times before, out of state too, but I always had some kind of plan, a car, a place to go. I've always had something. When I got here, all I had was my faith in God that He was going to allow me to get in a shelter. I didn't know whether it was one of the shelters where you had to leave all day and come back. I didn't know. I just knew that God know at least I needed a place. I done fasted many days, so even if they didn't give me no food and I ain't had no money, I would have been fine not having food. But I know I needed shelter, and He know I needed shelter. So with that being said, when I moved, when He told me to move, I got exactly what I needed when I got here. I have literally gotten to the point where I literally tell I'm homeless. I stay in the shelter. I just don't care because what embarrassed about what, right? What are you embarrassed for? I really got to the point where I don't care. You know, that's just me. Because at the end of the day, why would I be embarrassed about how my God decided to take care of me. And because some people are not at a space where I'm at, willing to just drop everything and go because God says so, they don't understand it. And that's fine. It's not for you to understand because this is my life. And then for others, they're like, they've been encouraged by my ability to just up and move despite what their situation looks like or despite where they want to go. And so I'm just here to encourage people to just move, just go, because we pray, right? And we ask God, Lord, help me, send me the sign, what you want me to do. And then when he tells us to do something that makes us physically uncomfortable, then we don't move, and you're literally hindering yourself. You're closing your hand off to what God has for you. He wants you to let something go so he can give you something much greater, but you just have to have faith in him. And I got faith in God. Like, ain't nobody could have did this but him. Literally nobody could have made this experience, like, all glory to God, like, for real, for real. I already know that I'm kept and I'm protected. I already know that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I already know he's sending the divine helpers, my destiny helpers. I know there's a divine intervention on my behalf going on. I already know that there is going to be a physical manifestation of his words in heaven on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. That's already been spoken in heaven. I already know all these things are going to come to pass. This situation shall pass soon. It's only temporary. And so that's why I don't even care. This is how my God chose to help me. And despite what people say or despite what people think, I'm telling you, when I say I don't care, I literally don't care. Keep myself looking good, keep myself together. That's really all I care about. And get what I need done. And I'm good to go. Like, so this is an update on my shelter chronicles. If there's anything else that happens, which I'm sure some stuff is about to happen in a few days or a week or so, I will definitely be checking back in with you guys. So you guys stay blessed, be a blessing, stay encouraged, right? And walk by faith and not by sight. And we will talk later. Bye.